Hey there, Libra Sun, Libra Moon, Libra Rising. It's Maggie from Moon Directed. Welcome to my channel. Here we work with the energy of the moon to see how we can best utilize it to move our life forward in the most positive way possible. Today we are going to do the mid-Aquarius update, which is called the mid-month because I don't know what else to call it. So it's basically February 1st through the 17th. This video will be the 9-card spread, and we will focus on that. I put the astrology part on its own separate video. It is called the weekly moon astrology report. It's probably going to become astrological, but anyways, I'll put the link below in the comments section. I did one for this week. It covered the 1st through the 9th, and then I'm going to put those out on Thursdays. These will still come out twice a month on Mondays, and it will be the season by the season. And so this is the mid-Aquarius season video for you. Before I turned on the camera, I was getting into your energy. Oh, before I do that, could you hit the like button right now? It really helps me when I go to get into your energy if we've exchanged some sort of energy. So leaving me a comment, connecting with me, sharing, getting readings for me is a really good way to be connected to me. I tap into that energy. So that exchange of energy will allow the readings to resonate a little more for you than they do otherwise, because that's what I'm looking for when I'm trying to tap in. So when I tapped into your energy, what I felt was things are kind of like this for me right now, and then all of a sudden, boom, super clear right here, like clarity of thought, and I'm like, whoa. So we do have a full moon coming up. It's coming up for, depending on where you are in the world, either on Saturday the 8th or Sunday the 9th of February. That full moon is happening in Leo. For you, Leo, full moon would be in your 11th house of groups, networking, group activities, your very, very public persona, how you interact with people out there. And there's this clarity of thought that has to do with how you're going to manage that. And full moon is about wrapping things up and releasing what doesn't work for you. And so let's just take, for instance, say you are participating in a group on Facebook that you just don't agree with those people anymore. You may find yourself exiting the group. It could be happening. Maybe you're somebody that does a lot of dating sites. Maybe you're like, I don't need to network like that. Maybe you are trying to build a business and you've been working with a particular, what's the word I'm looking for? A career development group, but you're actually not getting anything out of it. Maybe you step away from that. It's something that has to do with friends or whatever. It's a group. It's a group. It's very public, it feels very internet related to me. So there's this need to step away from that networking thing that's going to happen for you. Oh, you have, for the energy of this full moon, believe in the impossible. And so if you are stepping away from a situation that doesn't work for you because you were out there looking for connections to promote your ideas or to connect with people for something that you want, believe in the impossible. If that group doesn't feel like it's working for you, let it go and try something else. Try something new. Believe in yourself. Believe in the impossible. Even if it doesn't feel like it's going to work out for you, hang on to your belief in the dream. Hang on to your dream of where you want to go. So Sunday, which was yesterday, because this video will come out on the 3rd. On the 2nd of February, Mercury moved into the shadow. It will go retrograde on the 16th. And so I bring this up because things are going to start to slow down in the communication arena. So pay attention, cross your T's, dot your I's, get ready to dive deep into the emotional waters again, because it's in water again. That's 2 years in a row. And honestly, when you have as much water in your chart as I do, this is not an exciting thing. Just gotta put that out there. So there is overall energy for this reading. If you've never seen one of my 9-card spreads, this is the past, the present, the future, your thoughts, your feelings, your actions. I have clarifiers for it. This is the key to the situation. And the overall energy is the thinker. Okay, the lighting just stinks today. The thinker. So you've been thinking a lot. That is using the power of your mind. That clarity that came in, what a great card to be the overall energy. So what you are thinking about, you can create. What you are thinking about is likely very accurate. The power of your mind to create and design what it is that you want to do moving forward. The key to the situation is you have poised. You are poised to take off. Now, it was in the reverse, which means there could be a little bit of a delay, and that doesn't surprise me because we're walking into this Mercury retrograde situation. There may be a delay in getting this crap going, but you're thinking about it, so write down your thoughts. Start writing them down, keeping meticulous notes of what it is that you're thinking about as you're developing these ideas for whatever it is that you want to do. Because the energy, so say you're looking to start an internet-based business, starting during Mercury retrograde is not a great time, but starting right now to be looking at the information that you need in that slow, steady space. So then as soon as you get to that, the sun in Aries, when Mercury is out of retrograde, that's a great time to launch a new business if you're doing the groundwork now. So this is something you can do behind the scenes. It doesn't need to be quite so public, which is not necessarily easy for you because it's in the 11th house of your public persona. And so I'm going to encourage you to not go out there spreading around your grand idea, because you don't want it to be stolen from you. In the recent past, you've been spending some time thinking about what is the key to my happiness. Because we have happy, in here, the egg. The egg shows up in a lot of these things. The egg here has a keyhole in it, and she's holding the key. And you're wondering, what is the key to my happiness? What information do I need? What guidance do I need? And this is great. This is great for you to do. And in the present, the way to transform your life, you have the here and the now. It's in the reverse. And so the here and the now, in order to transform your life, is not to be looking too far to the back. Be looking toward the future, an eye toward the future, but be where you are right now. Here and now is about where am I right now and where do I want to go. The past is the past, leaving it behind. Where are you right now? Assessing that and being very aware of your exact, be willing to be very brutally honest with yourself about where you are and where it is that you want to go. And then in the future, in the area of fish, abundance of thoughts, you have a leg up. I think that your thinking is going to give you a lot. It says a leg up, but because it's an abundance, it's either going to bring in abundance to you of whatever this is, abundance of opportunities, or it's going to elevate you in a series of ways. So almost like a staircase going up is what I'm seeing in my head. That leg up here to here to here to here, an abundance of information and of opportunities because of your well thought out plan of where it is that you want to go. In the recent past, you've had a lot of anxiety over a heart situation. Who do I want to be in a relationship with? Is this relationship worth it? How is this working for me? And so there is a lot of anxieties and doubts about who's loyal, who's not. Where should I go with this? In the future, in the arena of the heart, be flexible. So maybe you have this idea in your head about exactly what it is that you want in order to be, I'll be happy if only when I get whatever. And this is be flexible and allow spirit to bring the right people, the right opportunities to you. Being flexible in the heart space, not being so sure that that's what you need. In the recent past, the time for the nap is in the reverse in the area of obstacles. I think that you were pushing too hard to get something. That feels like pushing too hard. I want to be happy. I'm not sure if this is the right situation, but it's like trying to trying to jam that square peg into the round hole and pushing really hard and it not working for you. And now, there's this sense of loneliness. Because remember, this was in the reverse. Okay? So, but again, and this is you looking to the past. This is the way the cards come out. But you have the ability right now to change everything. You can't change the past. It's already happened. You can change this. So, I am right where I am now. I'm not going to worry about the past. I'm going to look to the future. I am poised for greatness. I am poised for where I want to go. And I am going to release and allow this to slide to the past, this negative, stinking thinking of I'm out here on my own. I am feeling left out and left behind. And for those of you who spend way too much time watching the news, this past week with all that stuff going on about Kobe Bryant, you know, there was a lot of loss in the news from that. There's a lot of loss in the news from all the things that are going on in Australia. There's a lot of loss in the news in general. And so I really want to encourage you to stop watching so much news. It could be triggering you about things from your past, because this orphan card is about your childhood. So if you lost a parent, if you were ignored by parents, if your parents were really super busy and they didn't have time for you because they were just trying to put food on the table, but you felt left out and ignored. Maybe you came from a very large family and there just wasn't enough time for one person to spend quality time with everybody and also work and keep the house clean and whatever. Whatever it is that made you feel orphaned as a child has been showing up in your relationships as an adult. So if, for instance, you lost your mother when you were a child and you are a male, you may be looking for that nurturing energy coming from every relationship you're in, and yet something's not working. If you lost your father as a child, you may be looking at every man as being your knight in shining armor to come and save you. But what it is that there's this emotional bucket that has a hole in it that only you can patch. So you need to go in and you need to patch it up, and you need to be your own self, able to hold your own emotional energy of I am complete and I am whole. And only then can you start to spread the kind of love out to other people. Somebody else got this. It was in the past, though. Oh, Scorpio. Okay. So in the present, this means you're still working on this. And that's why this poised is in the reverse. It's like in your heart space, you have to turn it around. And the way you do that is doing the hard work. You may need counseling. Absolutely, you may need counseling. I'm a fan of that. Asking St. Michael to cut cords of negative energy. Asking St. Raphael to come and to pour the green healing light through your heart space and let it flood through your entire body to help. Think of it as flowing through your body almost like tar, right? And as it spreads out, it's filling in all the nicks and the holes and the dents and making it nice and smooth and full and waterproof. You can visualize that for yourself, okay? And that you're just allowing this green, beautiful energy to flow through and just smooth everything out and plug the holes. And you can do this through visualization and do it every night for like 30, 40 nights. 40 nights are good. That's a very spiritual number. And just start visualizing that. Breathe in through the nose, very positive energy, green healing light, this beautiful green, warm, glowing, tar-like sealant, and blowing out the negative energy so you don't trap it in there. And just visualize this as you're drifting off to sleep and see if it doesn't start. But again, if you need counseling, don't be afraid. Wow, my nose is itching. Some of you really need counseling because they're drilling down on that. So the visualization will help, yes. And your higher self is definitely there for you and asking for guidance and help. But be open to receiving what you need from a professional. And then we have the yin energy as the final outcome, which is beautiful, because what this says to me is you learn how to receive properly. Maybe you overgive, right? When you're a leaky bucket, you are just letting your emotions flow out everywhere and you're not saving them for yourself. And so when you can seal it up, you can see that this is a complete and solid, oh my God, where is the freaking light gonna, there we go. It's a vessel. It's a solid vessel that can contain emotional stability. It allows itself to be filled and received. But you can't get there if you don't heal the bucket. All right, let's get you a little guidance on that. And I know that was not a message for everyone, and therefore I just encourage you to be sure to check out your sun, your moon, and your rising. Your message may be in another one. But there are some people that I'm definitely connected with your energy that is making a lot of sense to you right now. So please pay attention. I can't tell you, Spirit is like, there's so much energy in this room right now. That was an important message for somebody. So you have winter. Take care of your needs. This is you self-focusing on you. This is you doing what you need to do. This is not the time to be getting into a relationship. This is the time for healing. And the winter time is good for withdrawal withdrawing from the world a little bit and pulling in and allowing yourself to nurture yourself. That's kind of that hibernation energy, you know, because all too soon it'll be spring and time to rock and roll. And you have the dragonfly. Live life to the fullest. Live life to the fullest. So take care of what you need. Live life to the fullest. That's that finding that emotional happiness within you. The joy. Joy is living life to the fullest. And joy does not come. Other people cannot bring you happiness. Other people cannot bring you joy. You searching for the happiness outside of you is not where you're going to find it. Living life to the fullest is when you love yourself. When you forgive yourself for being human. When you forgive your parents for being human. And you start finding the joy in the moment, in the small things. That's what transforms your life. The dragonfly is very spiritual transformation. And so the joy comes from being at peace with yourself, inside of yourself, and thinking of yourself as complete and whole and independent. And when you can do that, when you know that you are complete and whole and I can find joy in this minute, in the here and now, right now, where's the joy? You know, so I'm sitting here and I'm watching the squirrel eating, like, I put out this great bird feeder for I have so many woodpeckers, and the woodpeckers aren't coming because the squirrel is hanging there, and I could be annoyed by that, but he's like such an acrobat that I'm very entertained by it, and it's on a bungee cord, so it springs around, and he's like, whoa, what was that? And so for me, there's joy in the moment, even though it wasn't what I was intending to be viewing right now, okay? And so for you, what is there right now in your life that you can look at and go, that's fun. I like that. And focus on the joy. And start keeping a joy journal, writing the things down, what it brings you the joy now. And that is how you are going to transform your life. So you have, wow. Yeah, okay. You have the swan. Demonstrate grace and majesty. That is transformative energy. We've got the dragonfly, which is transformative energy. You are in the process of transforming your life, but doing it through being regal, doing it through being, oh gosh, you know, the swan, it glides across the water, right? Seemingly nothing really, just moving. Underneath the surface, it is pedaling hard and fast, right? That's how it's moving. But what the world is seeing is calm and grace. And so when you interact with the world at that pace, what are you transforming underneath? What you're doing to move yourself forward is not seen. And so again, I want to go back to withdrawing a little bit from the public eye so much. Pulling yourself in a little less networking and allowing some of that stuff to go, and keep believing in the miracle of the change that's coming. You have the giraffe. Aspire to higher knowledge and wisdom. Aspire to higher knowledge and wisdom. See things from a higher perspective. Invite in your higher self to bring you more understanding and grace to the situation, and let go of the past and let it go where it needs to go. And you have whale. Live as a fully conscious being. A fully conscious being is in the here and now. A fully conscious being pays attention right now. And so when you are stressed out, going back to the breath, in through the nose, out through the mouth, and just focusing on the breath and being where you are right now, fully conscious and aware of this minute. What's happened in the past is back in the past. Let it go. You're looking to the future. You're looking to the future. Look to the future. Okay? All right. Let's see what we get here for your gemstone crystal guidance. And I just want to remind you that on Thursdays, I will be putting out the moon astrology report, so be sure to be looking for that. And anytime you watch my videos, when you hit that thumbs up and you leave me a comment, it really does help connect our energies. So if this reading is not really resonating, you know, check out your other ones, but leave me an energy footprint to follow, right? Leave me an energy footprint. All right, here we go. You have Tiger Iron. I am grateful for other people's good fortune. It brings me joy to see others experiencing happiness. That is that swan energy of interacting with the world in a very graceful way. Even though things may be very difficult and tough for you right now, Not being mad because someone else is not having a tough time is important, because then you hang on to that energy and it lowers your vibration, and it makes it harder for you to ascend, to see things from the higher perspective of the giraffe energy, right? And then you have rhododendite. My mental and emotional bodies are balanced. I attract nurturing people. That's that yin energy. When you are balanced, you will attract in the nurturing energy that you are seeking so much. But unless you are balanced, unless you have allowed the inside of you to be smoothed out and the nicks and the cracks and the holes to be patched through self-love, my mental and emotional bodies are balanced. I attract nurturing people. When you are extremely needy, you attract codependent relationships. You won't get what you want out of that. When you are balanced and you are able to nurture others, then you will attract people who are balanced and able to nurture you in response, and then you get that beautiful yin-yang balance in your life. And so maybe you've been pushing too hard. Remember, the obstacle was that you were pushing too hard. You've been pushing too hard. Allow yourself to receive. Don't go running so hard at other things and wait and see what comes to you. And if you have been triggered by the news, and I don't know how anybody is getting through it these days, seek the help that you need and allow yourself to heal, okay? All right, I'm cheering you on. I will talk to you soon. You take care. I mean that. All right.